But we are going to get the beginning of that auction for who's going to own Sky, the British broadcasting company. Of course, it's not just a distributor, though it's known as that. It's also a significant holder of content assets as well. And it is something that Disney certainly had hoped to own when it negotiated the deal to acquire Fox. But Comcast, her parent company, came along and made a bid for the company that was in excess of the $10.75 original deal that Fox had to buy the 61% it didn't already own. It's gone up from there. And we're now $14.75 on one side and 14 pounds on the other side from the Fox Disney camp. We've gone through this. This is unusual, though, that being the actual auction that's going to start to take place a few hours from now and how it's going to end, the 3 rounds of bidding, potentially. And we don't know where the numbers are going to go or how much higher either side will go. I've certainly, like everybody else, been trying to figure that out. But as you might imagine, the principals are reluctant to sort of give away their bidding strategies. For Fox, there's a desire to own it, and of course they already own 39%, so even if Comcast were to pay even more, it's only a benefit to Disney, in fact, because they will still own 39% of an asset that they've already priced originally at a lower number. Some surprise that the two companies were not able in some way to figure out a settlement.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot going on between them. If Comcast wins, do they really want to have a partner in Fox or Disney in Sky? Or will Fox decide to tender into whatever the number is that Comcast comes up with if they in fact do raise from $14.75? Alternatively, they're also partners in Hulu. And then there's a larger question, Jim, about Disney and its direct-to-consumer strategy that I've heard from a number, you know, obviously from the crowd, the guys in the bleachers, saying, do you really want to have what may be 3 distinct direct-to-consumer offerings out there? In other words, Hulu, and then you're going to have the sports, and then you're going to have the entertainment if you're Disney. It's such an important part of their strategy for the future. It's beginning now. It's going to be revved up, of course, key by when they close the Fox deal. But people do wonder, do you incorporate it all in Hulu? Do you need Hulu? Is it confusing to the consumer? And one final point, they will have to start consolidating Hulu on their own balance sheet at Disney. And Hulu's not making any money.
No.
It's losing money. So that's something to keep in mind for the numbers.
Okay, so David, is there any reason why Disney shouldn't bid more in order to be able to ultimately end up with more money itself? In other words, what's the incentive not to?
You know, right. I mean, if you believe Comcast will come up, and you make them pay more, and your value of the 39% is worth more, I suppose that's a fair point. What I am hearing is that that's not Disney's intent, that to the extent that they believe it's a strategic asset and gives them important markets that they want access to, they want to be there, and they'll make a decision accordingly. As I said yesterday, I think there had been a time not that long ago where it looked unlikely that you'd see Disney really make the move, but it may be lobbying from the Fox camp that at least has got them to the point where they're considering it. But we'll see. Meanwhile, you look where Sky's trading, Jim. They're looking for just blowouts here. I mean, they expect this auction to result in some number that everybody would tell me would be crazy town. At least excess of 16 pounds, let's say.
Cable town, crazy town. It is, without a doubt, incredible where that stock was before this began.
That's another one thing. When you are selling a company, try to find another bidder. Just think about Fox, what they sold to Disney for originally. It's 40% higher because Comcast came along. $10.75 here for Sky, and now we're at $14.75 and going up. Always try and find another bidder.
Incredible.
That's my lesson.